Welcome in, Hawks fans. It's your boy Bryce Lewis. Welcome back to the Atlanta Hawks wrap up right here. Hawks coming off a 112-108 victory over the LA Clippers tonight. A tale of, I would say, a half, a quarter, and then another quarter. First half, Hawks played really strong, especially in that second quarter, won 41-26, especially at the end of the game. That big transition, literally 2 buckets in like 20 seconds, 3 buckets in like 20 seconds. Obviously, Hawks playing probably some of the best 20-second stretches of basketball I've seen them play all year long. Big for them to get that type there. Going to the halftime with a big lead, blew it in the third quarter, and 10:55, Clippers erased that lead, took the lead back, and everybody was like, oh God, oh, same old Hawks, here we go again. Oh brother, what this season continues to be disappointing. Fire Nate McMillan, everything under the sun. But the Hawks were able to ride the ship in the fourth quarter. Trae Young probably played again one of his better games he's played this season. 2 clutch floaters at the end of the game to beat the Clippers tonight. And also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Jalen Johnson. Let Jalen cook. Let's get the hashtag started. Let Jalen cook. I've been saying it all season. Jalen Johnson has started to develop confidence, and you're seeing it in his play. He's playing really strong basketball when he actually plays. Nate continues to give him inconsistent minutes on a nightly basis, and that frustrates me because I feel like he can really help this team. He is a 4/potential 3 who can jump, rebound, athleticism, dunk, pass, and he's improving his shooting. I don't see how he does not fit in this lineup as a guy, even at full strength. Hawks should be playing 9 games every night, at least close to 10 plus minutes for every guy off the bench in Okongwu, Bogdanovic, AJ Griffin, and Jalen Johnson. There's no reason why Jalen will get 15 minutes tonight, but get 5 minutes the next game or before this previous game. There's absolutely no reason for him to be giving those inconsistent minutes because he can help this team. And I think we need to see that. But like I said, Trae had 30 tonight. DeJounte had 16. Didn't have his best offensive game, but did a lot of the dirty work in this game defensively, and I think that was big for him. That's something that DeJounte has always prided himself on, just doing the little things. That's how you win games. If a player doesn't have their shot going, do they do the little things? And tonight, DeJounte did that, especially in the fourth quarter, really helping Trae Young there because, the Clippers were trying to switch on to Trae, get him as the primary defender. DeJounte stopped that, was able to get stable with the guy, and it led to harder possessions for the Clippers. DeAndre Hunter, great game tonight defensively, especially on Kawhi. DeAndre Hunter played really strong. Ever since coming back from injury, has played strong basketball. This is the DeAndre Hunter that people wanted to see. The biggest thing is he's doing it consistently. Obviously a small sample size, but he's doing it consistently. If he can keep this up, that's going to be big for the Hawks moving forward. Onyeka Okongwu only 5 and 9, only took 6 shots tonight. And this is something I've said about the McMillan offense. I just don't think bigs are going to thrive unless you're like Clint Capella, who just cleans up the boards and gets alleys. If you are a big who is expected to actually have an offensive game in a McMillan offense, that's just not going to happen. Now, yes, Okongwu has struggled this year with some things. His finishing hasn't been as great as it has. I've always been an advocate that I think Onyeka Okongwu should still take more mid-range shots because teams are going to give that to him. And he was hitting them. He was taking them shots early in the year. For some reason, he stopped taking those shots. I feel like he should continue to take those shots. He was making those shots. I want to see Onyeka Okongwu get that offensive rhythm, get that offensive confidence back, and really take mid-range. He had a stretch where he played really good, a couple of double-doubles. Last couple of games hasn't even hit double-doubles. So hopefully he can get his stuff back. John Collins tonight with 13 and 9. 6 of 10 from the floor. Bogdanovic probably had his worst game this season tonight. Went 2 of 13, 0 of 7, almost shot the Hawks out of the third quarter. Bogdanovic obviously has a lot of confidence in his game, and you saw it tonight, but, obviously didn't have a good shooting night, just was off tonight. And players are going to have that in the NBA. So obviously you hope Bogdanovic can bounce back in the next game. And like I said, Jalen had 13 and 4, especially with 11 points in the first half. Really helped the Hawks. AJ Griffin, 3 of 3, 1 of 1. 11 minutes. AJ Griffin was taken off the floor because he was struggling a little bit defensively in the fourth. But and sometimes that happens. He's learning. He's a rookie. He's still improving. He's still growing. And that's just part of the growth. For both Jalen and AJ, they're growing. They're improving. All you can hope is they continue to advance. They continue to move forward. And that's all you can hope for. There's going to be certain nights, but they're going to need AJ. And there's going to be certain nights you may have to take him off the floor. And that's just part of the NBA life cycle, especially as a rookie. Especially in a team like the Hawks, where he's not even a starter and he's come off the bench. That can vary sometimes. But offensively, he had a pretty solid game today and everything under the sun. So, like I said, big game. They finished the West Coast trip 2-2. That's obviously really good. They should have been 3-1 probably. But, you give it that. You got Milwaukee coming up Wednesday back in ATL. Obviously, that will be the 4th game of the season series. I believe the Hawks lead the season series 2-1. So obviously, that will be big for the Hawks to be able to, come out and, win that game, win the season series over Milwaukee, just kind of showing they can play with those guys. And then after that, you got Indiana on Friday. So the stretch of the Hawks games coming up aren't the easiest. It's going to really test this team. They're 19-21, sitting in the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference, 2 games ahead of the Wizards, tied with the Bulls for the 9th, and only about 2 games back of the Heat. So, obviously the Hawks are trying to crack into that top 8, try to climb your way up that ladder a little bit, see if you can get on maybe a little run here. I mean, they're only 8 games behind the Celtics, so let's say the Hawks go on a 6-game winning streak. They could be in the middle of the Eastern Conference by that point if they were able to pull that off, but they have to start playing more consistent basketball moving forward if they want that to happen. And it'll be interesting to see if they can continue to grow, continue to grind, continue to improve as a squad, moving on forward and going on. But like I said, good performance against the Clippers tonight. Obviously, Clippers have their own issues. They're on a 6-game losing streak right now, but, that's still a good team over there. They're a team that was expected to be potentially a championship contender, a team that is extremely deep, has players 1 through 10 that all can play. And they were able to come out tonight. They weathered the storm after the Clippers came back and was able to finish off the game. And like I said, Trae Young had one of his best games, especially in that 4th quarter, played under control. When Trae plays under control, that's when the Hawks get good things from Trae Young. He has to remember that. 9 of 17 tonight. That means he shot over 50% from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3. That's the type of efficiency you want to see from Trae Young. The problem is I'm seeing too much 9 of 25. I don't want to see that. Trae needs to shoot between 40 and 50%. And I think that will be ideal. Plus, also lower his shot attempts. 2 games ago against the Kings, he didn't take a lot of shots that game, but he made the shots he did and got to the free throw line, and that really helped him. He was 9-9 from the free throw line tonight. So I think Trae has to figure out a formula that works for him that's going to help him stay productive as well. And then after that, everybody else can play off of him. But that was your Atlanta Hawks wrap up. It's your boy Bryce Lewis. Follow me on Twitter at Brycey_2K if you want to keep all my Falcons and Hawks takes. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Hawks.